Another edition of the Fan Awards. We have this year. We're talking about today we are talking about people who I've nominated for Halfback of the Year, and let's just go down the list. We've got Adrian Peterson, who came back from major surgery to lead the NFL in rushing yards. I mean, he's superhuman. And then we have Trent Richardson, and honestly, he's a long shot here, but he's had a pretty decent season when you consider the situation. I mean, first-round draft pick, and he's showing that he was worth it. However, he is playing for the Browns, and yet he still looks like he's probably going to break 1,000 yards this season, which is impressive. And then you have Ray Rice, who is one of the most versatile halfbacks in the league, and he has been leading the Ravens offense all season. Say what you want about Joe Flacco. You've had the development of guys like Pitta and Smith. Bolden finally looks like he's getting used to his QB and that offense. But Ray Rice is the offense. He is that team. You know, one of the leading rushers in the NFL, one of the leading receivers at halfback. If they did not have Ray Rice, they'd probably be a 5-win team right now. And then you have Alfred Morris, who is a 6th-round draft pick that fought his way into the starting lineup and has been a top 5 rusher all season long, which is amazing when you consider the fact that he's been playing for Mike Shanahan. I mean, these past before he came, they've had like 7 starting halfbacks over the last 2 seasons. And now you have a rookie 6th-round draft pick who has started every single game this year. That's an amazing feat to accomplish. And you've also got Doug Martin, another rookie, who's broken records and ankles and has more than lived up to the expectations of his 1st-round draft pick. And then you have Mashawn Lynch, who's been a leading halfback all year long. Last time I checked, he was 2nd in the league in rushing yards, and he deserves to at least be mentioned. I mean, he's a big part of the reason why Seattle is in the playoff hunt this year. You know, they've won a lot of games on his legs. He's been a very consistent weapon for them. And then you also have C.J. Spiller, a dark horse candidate who I felt deserved mention because he was a leading rusher at the start of the season, and after all these years, he's finally won the starting job for the team. You know, he's finally coming into his own. He's finally developed. And then you've got Stephen Ridley, who he had a marvelous season, and now with him on the roster, the Patriots finally have a premier halfback for the first time in over a decade. So next week I'll talk about, well, maybe not next week. I think I'm going to do another video on Friday where I'll talk about a receiver of the year. And when I talk about receiver of the year, I'm also going to talk about tight ends. It's going to be wide receivers and tight ends in the same category. I'll explain that in that video. Anyways, I'm Nathan Lyle, and well, let me know who do you think was the best halfback this season.